Today's video is about my life in the call center. I don't know how many of you know this, right? Right after my engineering, I was not able to find a proper job because of all my backs and arrears. I graduated with very low scores, in fact, and I was not able to sit for placements. So the only option was to find a job by myself. And the only job I could find was call center. And the funny story is, the first time I went for the job interview, we had a group discussion. I failed in the group discussion as well. So only the second time I got my first job in a call center as an executive. My first salary was 7,500 rupees. And I still remember getting the first month salary, getting an ATM card, a bank account opened by your company. It felt like I was earning $1 million. I went and bought a sari for my mom with the first salary and a shirt for my dad. And that was like the best gift that I think I ever given them, even though value-wise I've given them much more expensive gifts. But there's always something special about the first gift that you buy from your first salary to your parents especially. I want to talk about what are the key things I learned from my call center. What was the experience like? And why even working in a call center, even as an engineer, is not such a bad thing. So let's talk about those things in today's video. So the time I joined call center was 2002 August, September, after I graduated in June, July. And it was a boom of call centers in India. There was call center jobs everywhere. If you open up a newspaper, those days, that's where we used to look for jobs. It was a lot of call center ads. It was early on with internet boom. The only social media we had, I remember, was Orkut. And then there was Yahoo chat rooms where you can go into chat rooms and chat with people. But those chat rooms were mostly used for, dating and flirting and things like that. Like today's Tinder and stuff like that. So we didn't have much opportunity to look for jobs through social media. And this is one opportunity that I received. So I went and worked for a company called Alsec Technologies. It's still there. It's one of the leading call centers in India. They used to have your proper training. So the first thing I learned from call center was accent training and diction training. We were given American accent training because we were selling for American customers. And we were told how to roll the R, which is like center, not center, center, call center. That was first thing we were taught, the R. You roll the R. Don't say R, you say R. And then we were told the way we pronounce the alphabet V is to bite the V, which is V. V. Can you see I'm biting it? V. This is how the American pronounce. And when you're using the alphabet W, you use the rubber band technique, which is, if you're saying a word called how, H-O-W, or now, N-O-W, we were taught to say how, ow, the rubber band, like a rubber band. How, now, brown, cow.
अरे कहना क्या चाहते हो?
That's how we were supposed to start picking up the accents. I've forgotten most of the things. It's been like 20 years. But it was amazing to start neutralizing my Indian English. I used to have a sing-song way of speaking English. Like, what are you saying, my dear friend? This is very, very bad, This is how, like I used to speak. But now I can improve my diction communication to like a very professional and elegant manner. Hey, how you going? I'm really well. How can I help you? That kind of English. So that's the first thing I learned, right? Improving. And when you improve communication, your confidence improves. When you speak to people, you feel more at ease. The second thing was, we were working of 2,000 people in a floor. It's a huge call center with thousands of people. And you need to learn to work in teams, team building. So we used to have activities to build our teams together. And the most important thing was, how do you help your colleague also get good results and not just you? So my job was to sell credit card to American customers, calling night shift 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. you're really feeling sleepy, you're going to call and make a sale. And we were selling one of the worst credit cards as well, with the very high interest rates and very high annual fee and stuff. So we were told how to sell, right? Selling techniques. Features, tell. Benefits, sell. That's the first thing I learned. So how do you sell the features and the benefits and you make a sale? These are all things that I use till today. Even when I'm selling Schindler, I talk about the features to tell and the benefits to sell. So I learned, apart from communication skills, sales skills. I learned the teamwork, as I mentioned before. How do you work with teams and how do you help them succeed? Then is office politics. There is a lot of gossip that happens in call centers, especially night shift. Your hormones are running on a high. You start, having some inclination, attraction towards other people around you. You're traveling in a van together. You get picked up and dropped by the company car or the van. So, a lot of gossip starts happening. If you start talking to a girl for a longer time, people start making fun of you, teasing you. So there's a lot of distractions. You learn how to handle these office gossips and politics. These are practical skills which no college teaches you. And then, of course, you learn how to measure targets and drive sales. I still remember my team leader used to put a lot of freebies as incentives. He used to say that the person making the next credit card sale gets a camera, for example. And we used to get so excited. We used to go, rush, make a sale. I used to go home every day with a lot of goodies and prizes that I won. And I use those techniques even today, how to motivate people. And then I moved to the quality department of call center as well, which is hearing to calls, recording the calls, understanding how good was the quality. Again, taught me a lot more things about jobs, sales, business, quality. Call center jobs are not very fancy. You work late hours, you don't get paid so well, but you develop a very, very strong bond. My team leader, I worked in two different call centers, about 7 months in one call center and about 8-9 months in another call center. The second one was Transworks IT Services, which was Aditya Birla Group call center. And my team leader there was Christopher. Chris was very, very helpful. When I had to go to Australia, quitting my job, he was very supportive. He even came and saw me off to make sure that I go back to Chennai and pack up my bags to Australia. And I'm still in touch with him today. So that's my story of my call center life. I hope you've all learned a few things about what are the things you can learn from any job that you do. I don't have any loss of dignity that I did a call center job. I'm very proud of it because I learned a lot from it. I hope you also learned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and do share it with your friends if they would find it useful as well. Till I see you next time, stay fit, stay positive, keep chasing obscene success. Bye.